MVC Champs week is here. We had a pretty productive weekend down at Iowa. Just kind of run through some highlights there. Liv Silvestri had a nice PR, actually multiple PRs in the pole vault for us on the women's side, and puts herself tied third all time there. Big breakthrough for her. She'd been just kind of a little bit of a barrier, and for her to get over like 365, and then just 3 bars after that, all the way to 386, which is really outstanding there for her. On the men's side there, Jaden Dixon ran, I think, the number 9 all time in this performance in the 600 meters. A little bit off of it heading into the meet for him this weekend. He'll run the 800, and then Chase Lauman, freshman, back-to-back weeks now where he puts himself in the all-time list in the top 10. South Dakota State, it was the mile, and then this weekend it was the 3,000. And so he's primed and looking really good too. He had a little bit of a late start heading into the season, a little bit banged up after cross country, but has put together a really nice block of training and is looking really strong here heading into this weekend. And then on the USA Championships indoor side of things, Katie Fair, she's redshirting this season for us, but she went down to Albuquerque and placed 5th. Had a huge series down there, indoor PR. Looked really, really strong, and so excited for her and what her development has been up to this point. And then on the professional side of things, Brandon Carnes also finished 5th place in the 60-meter dash as well with a big season best there. So just exciting to see the Panthers out there getting a lot done in track and field, whether it's the collegiate level or the professional level. It's a great place to be, and you can accomplish some really great things if you come here to Cedar Falls. So with that, anything about track and field as we head into the championship week?
Well, as you look at the potential for the men's and women's competitions, what do you see as either the events on either side where this is where we can and need to maximize our points to have a shot at interval ones, where you think if you could steal some points here, then that gives you a chance?
I mean, just kind of when you look at that, you kind of look at the descending order list and where you have a lot of depth. And for us, like on the men's side of things, it's the short sprints, and so it's the 60, the 2, the 4, and the 800. Those are kind of the track events for us that have some depth that we need to put people in the finals a lot there, because we have the chance to get 3-4 guys in the finals in those events. Same thing in the multi-events. I know that's like 7 events over 2 days, but those guys got to do their job, and so we have 3 guys ranked inside the top 4 right now, and so kind of expect and they want to be there, and so you just kind of do what you're supposed to do, and then try to find ways to get points. Maybe you're not expecting some in those areas. On the women's side, depth isn't as strong in some of the events, but high jump is definitely one we have there. The multi-events there, the pentathlon, we have a few women ranked in the top 8 there. The 60, 200, again, that's another spot where we can get 2 to 3 finalists, and so it just really is an exciting time, because you just never know. It's like you can't expect the meet to go how it is on the descending order list, and so you just got to put yourself in the right position and compete hard. And one thing about this team is that years past, we've always done a really good job of overshooting our expectations that other people put on us, and so hopefully they do that again for us this week. But we expect to go in there, put a really good team on the track in both genders, and fight it out for 2 days and see how it all shakes out.
If 80 to 85% of your travel roster was kind of clear to you last week, how much different is it now that it's kind of set?
I mean, it's 100% set now. A few late additions. Just needed to see some things through practice in the last competition, but overall feel pretty good. We're relatively healthy going into the championships, which is always great. And so just excited. I mean, the kids worked so hard all year to get to this point. Practice started in September, and so to be at a championship meet where the scores are kept, track and field is one of those odd sports. I wish we kept score more often, but we really only score 1 meet a year, and so it's like your whole season sometimes feels like it rides upon one weekend that it's scored, and that's this weekend, and then we get it again outdoors in May. But really excited for the athletes. They've worked so hard to put themselves in positions, and some of the story, I could tell you a story about every single kid on the team and where they're at and how they got there. I don't think we have that kind of time here today, but just really proud of their efforts so far, and excited to see them just lay it all on the line this weekend and see kind of how we all stack up, and just have a lot of fun doing it, because they deserve it.
Based on your previous year's experience, when you get into a championship situation like that, is momentum a possible thing? Let's say you go out and maybe achieve a little higher in a certain event than you thought. Can that carry over into other events?
For sure, track and field is a momentum sport. Just like, I mean, it's a different microcosm of what you're looking at, but just like you can gain traction in a basketball game or a football game, you can do the same thing in track and field. And so you start to see your teammates, you're supposed to get 1 in the final, but you get 3. That gives the next event a lot of time, a lot of energy heading into that event. You recap the day after it's all said and done, and talk to the team about where we're at and the different things that have gone well, the things that didn't go as well as they needed to be. You can't call a timeout in track and field. I wish you could. That'd be great. You know, like, hey, some event didn't go so good. Let's call a timeout and regroup. But you can't. You got to just next event's on the track real quick. You just got a short memory span, and but you definitely can build on the success of your teammates. That's a real thing, and we've done a really good job of capitalizing on some big momentum shifts along through track meets as they go. And you can't rely on it, but it is nice to get that in your favor if you can get it. All right, go.